I knew you in the wilderness. I knew you in the wilderness, in the land of great drought, in the desert after coming out of this slavery in Egypt. Also, remember what I said regarding, well, the previous chapter, how it mentioned the scales and how the rider of the third horse of the third seal will have scales and will bring a famine to the world that was prophesied by Amos, that is mainly spiritual hunger for the word of Yahweh, the water of life. Because in the desert there is no water, and because of the apostasy of Christianity there is no truth in that doctrine, so they are in a desert. Because Israel was for 40 years around the desert before entering the promised land. 40 years represents 40 jubilees, meaning 2,000 years. The 2,000 years from Yahushua till the end times were represented by the 40 years in the desert. So because of the apostasy of the past 2,000 years, people are in a spiritual desert. I knew you in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. When they had pasture, they were filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore they forgot me. So when Yahweh would perform all those miracles for the people of Israel in the desert, once they were prosperous, once they were fed and everything, they would quickly forget about who gave them the food, who made the miracles, who was protecting them. They would start thinking it was themselves, like people do all the time. So that is one of the reasons why it is the main situation that brings people to the Almighty is suffering. Sadly, when they are suffering, then they turn to Him for help. So that is why suffering happens in this world, not only because of evil existing in this world, but the fact that Yahweh allows evil to touch some is because, well, obviously, I repeat, because of the sins of the people. But the fact that people are afflicted even when they are righteous or just is because through suffering we are built up, we are improved, we are rectified, we get wiser. So that's why also all things are for the good of those who love Yahweh, even those which feel really bad. But in this case, it's talking about how Ephraim, how the many, through the prosperity that Yahweh gave them, actually made them go away from Yahweh. They forgot about Him because they thought it was their own hand that did it. They started trusting their own opinion, their own deceitful heart, their own doctrines, following men, following idols. So when they had pasture, they were filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore they forgot me.